Hey there, curious person. This is Solomon's Cave and welcome to a channel dedicated to learning. I started this channel a few years ago while studying for my PhD and looking for a job. Sometime prior, I had caught the teacher bug, and I had so many things I wanted to share with other curious people. Hence, this YouTube channel was born. Here we explore topics like theology, philosophy, history, and science, which is a lot. So let me briefly introduce the series I'm currently working on. A deep dive into Genesis 1 verse 1 and 2, learning biblical Hebrew, pre-Socratic philosophy, creation and evolution. Secondary series are learning biblical Greek, the resurrection of Jesus, the evolution or creation of owls, and Plato's dialogues, which at this point is still forthcoming. Let me explain those series a bit more and why I'm making them. The first two verses of Genesis 1 are among the most famous verses in the whole Bible, yet they are also controversial and complex, and they are a great way to be introduced to various other topics that are of interest to students of the Bible. I have long wanted to make a series about these verses, since they are often misunderstood, and I also have strong opinions about them. Making this series has forced me to seriously examine and re-examine my own opinions, while opening up new avenues of learning for myself and my audience. Additionally, making these videos allows me to explore questions about Hebrew grammar, ancient worldviews, and philosophical and theological issues regarding God, creation, and history. If you follow this link on the screen, you will be able to download a PDF with clickable thumbnails, so you can follow those along to the relevant videos. Biblical Hebrew is a beautiful and subtle language, which can appear daunting at first. A whole new alphabet, verb tenses that don't make any kind of sense, and grammatical constructions you've never heard of. When I first started learning Hebrew, I had a really tough time of it, but I have since grown to love the language. Teaching this language now on YouTube has allowed me to re-explore this language from the very start, while helping students, and possibly teachers, to supplement their learning materials. This link will lead you to a PDF flowchart with clickable links. The flowchart is organized like a skill tree, so you won't just be able to see where each topic can be found, but also which videos you may want to watch beforehand. I have long been fascinated by the pre-Socratics, and a few years ago I even had the privilege to teach a class on them. These men were among the first, at least in recorded history, to systematically explore the nature of reality, and in doing so laid the foundation for Western philosophy. In the process they explored questions of being, motion, language, mathematics, geography, and many other disciplines. Ultimately, they helped shape much of Western thought, including science, theology, and politics. This link will lead you to a PDF map of the ancient Greek world with clickable thumbnails for each pre-Socratic philosopher. For many years I have grappled with the question of creation and evolution, and even if it is a settled debate for you, honestly engaging with the topic and its related subtopics can be an engaging framework to learn all sorts of new and interesting things. Do note that in this series I am not taking a position and then defend it, nor am I criticizing anyone's integrity, beliefs, or conclusions. For each video I merely take a small topic, learn as much about it as I can, and then share what I have learned. Note also that the videos for this series are quite technical and tend to be long. They therefore take more time to make, which also makes them responsible for the occasional upload gap between videos. As for the secondary series, these receive less frequent additions, but are still very enjoyable for me to research and to produce videos for. Biblical Greek can be seen as the counterpart of Biblical Hebrew, and once I finish Hebrew, Greek will take over the open slot in the main series, at which point a new secondary slot opens up for Biblical Aramaic, Jesus' resurrection is celebrated by Christians every year at Easter. And so, once a year, at least for the foreseeable future, I hope to add to this series around that time of the year. Note that though I am a Christian and I believe in the resurrection, I am not structuring this series as an apologetic argument, but as an open-ended exploration of the topic. The newest secondary series is about owls and how they were created or how they evolved. This is a series related to the creation evolution videos, where I tend to create long videos about broad topics, but here I want to explore owls in much more detail and see evolution or creation in action, as it were. Plato's dialogues are an absolute blast to read, and I'm really looking forward to, eventually, starting a new series on these dialogues as kind of a supplement to the Pre-Socratics. Take your time to explore these series, or at least the ones you're most interested in. There are also some older videos for you to watch from series that are currently paused if you're interested. And additionally, you can follow me on Patreon or become a YouTube member, which will give you perks such as early access to new videos, behind-the-scene updates, and the opportunity to vote on video topics, give feedback on early drafts or scripts, and have your questions addressed in some of my upcoming videos.